So what's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I have Geronimo, Mikey P, and you guys know who I am. We have a standard Cummins today. We got a 68 RP, 373 axle, and we're going to compare it with my Cummins, which is a high output. So stay tuned. This should be a good video. Let's get into it. Alright guys, really quickly, so we were supposed to tow with the fifth wheel. Unfortunately, we ran out of time, so we did use the race trailer, and it's actually a good thing because I've towed with a lot of the trucks with it. Now, stay tuned. I am going to have Jerron come back out. We're going to probably do some videos on his Anderson hitch. A lot of you guys said in the last video you wanted to see that anyway, so stay tuned for that. Now, he does have a 2020 Ram 3500 Bighorn. It has a standard Cummins. If you're not familiar, that has 370 horsepower, 850 pound-feet of torque. And like I said, it should be a good test. We are going to go up 6% grade in this video. Rams have a class 5 receiving hitch, 2.5-inch opening for that. Of course, has a 4-pin and a 7-pin connector. I didn't really go over that in the video because we were on a time crunch. But let me go ahead and show you guys the numbers. But before I do that, the gray sticker is going to show the front gross axle weight rating at 6,000. The rear is going to be 7,000 and has a 12,300 pound GVWR. And I'm going to show you guys the yellow sticker, which is going to show 4,106 pounds. And let's go ahead and see what it looks like online so you guys can see what the towing capacity is. If you go on Ram's website, if you go to towing and capability, you hit towing capacity guide, you can look up your vehicle's towing information. Now, for his specific truck, it's a 2020 Ram 3500 Bighorn like I mentioned. Now, online it shows the payload at 4,122 pounds. On his actual door sticker, it shows 4,106 pounds. So I'm assuming because there are some other options added to the truck, there might be a reason why it could be slightly lower. But all-in towing capacity is going to be 20,122 pounds. So pretty good. Of course, as you guys know, it's kind of hard to get there because even with this payload, you can get there pretty quickly on a 20,000 pound trailer. So let's get back to the video. I want to give a special shout out to Jerron and his business, Magthy Payments. He is a merchant service provider, so be sure if you're needing this service to reach out to him. And this is the website magthy.biz. All right, here's the first measurement, 42 3/8. And here's a measurement with the trailer hooked up. It's at 40 3/4. Alright guys, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to settings. We're going to go to trailer. We're going to set up a second trailer. We're going to say use this trailer, light electric. And we'll call this your car trailer. How about that? Is that cool?
Do I get the car?
Absolutely you can. Okay. I'll sell it to you.
Call it whatever you want.
Cool. So we have it on exhaust brake. We're going to put it on full exhaust brake. Tow haul mode. We're going to set this trailer brake to 4. Here we go. Alright, so this bad boy has 10,000 miles. Where you been going at, dude? Come on, baby. Where you going?
I'm like Johnny Cash, baby. I've been everywhere, man.
Well, you went to go pick up your fifth wheel too, right?
Yep. Yeah, so that was about 600 miles. I mean, we went all the way down to Myrtle Beach this year.
Oh, true. You drove this too?
Yep.
Nice. What kind of gas miles were you getting?
With the old trailer, we were getting like 10, 11.
Okay.
With the fifth wheel, we're getting about 12.
Okay.
So it's a little more aerodynamic. And, yeah, so I mean, I guess we are. We got it the last day of June and put 10,000 miles on it in 6 months. So.
It's not too bad. 10,000. I was just messing with you. That's not too bad.
But most of that is travel mile because my office is 7 miles from my house, so I don't drive a ton for work. It's just
Okay.
We roll.
Gotcha. Well, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna reset the fuel economy because we're gonna go up this grade here in a second. So, you mind if I reset your trip B?
Knock yourself out.
Cool. Alright, so I can already kind of tell too, there's a difference in how the power is delivered between transmissions. But once we get up the road here, I'm going to show you guys another camera view so you guys can see the acceleration here. I'm gonna try to start off at 40 miles an hour. There's not too much traffic today, so hopefully we can kind of get an idea of how this standard Cummins and 68 RFE are gonna put this power down. All right, guys, so you can see I do have it set to full diesel exhaust brake right there. Now this is a 2020, so it does measure the trailer, showing about 30 foot. So my trailer is 28 foot, but if you include the tongue, it's probably about in that ballpark there. So you can still use the blind spot monitoring with the trailer. So that is an upgrade from the 2019 to 2020. All right, so I'm gonna get up the road here. We're about to hit that grade. And like I said, we'll start it down at about 40 miles an hour, okay? Here we go, guys. Okay, look at that. We already passed the truck here. 75, like it's nothing. Like it's nothing. Wow.
Like that's all you got?
Yeah, come on, man. This ain't nothing. It's only 10,000 pounds. So it's holding steady at 75. So it's still doing it. We're still going up a little bit more.
Coming up now. 6%.
So 76 miles an hour, that's where it's holding steady at. It did shift up though. There we go, that's good. Wow, so 6.6 mpg, so we'll kind of track it on the way back, all right?
That's not good. It's all good, man.
All right, guys, so Jerron did say that with the diesel exhaust brake, he probably noticed that it was coming on with the radar cruise control. But on my truck, it doesn't work, so I didn't know if we have a chance to try to test it out here. But so far, so good. I mean, we're just cruising at 75 miles an hour. We're just kind of being guys in the truck, you know. We kind of forgot we were towing the trailer. I mean, is this still back there? It's still back there. Okay, cool. We're good. We're good. We're good. So you had a Tundra before you had your Ram, so you're one of the guys who jumped ship.
Yeah, so I mean, look, when I bought the Tundra, we didn't have a camper at all. I just bought the truck because I wanted the truck. It was mean looking, it was lifted, it, you know, had big mud tires on it, and I got a good deal on it. And I know, you know, Toyotas are notoriously reliable. We have a Sienna, and so I bought the truck. And like 2 months after I bought the truck, my wife was like, "We should get a camper," and I was like, "A what?" She was like, "A camper, so we can go camping." I was like, "Man, that's white people stuff. I don't camp, you know." And it's funny because, you know, obviously, so for full disclosure, I'm black, my wife is white, my best friend is Jewish, so I'm an equal opportunity offender. But my family's bougie, so we went to resorts and hotels. Like, when you talk about camping, I was like, I ain't sleeping on the ground. And so she convinced me to go to an RV show. And, you know, first time walking into a new RV, I was like, oh, this is camping. I was like, I think I can do that.
Yeah.
So we ended up buying a rig from a friend of ours who had to move it. And, you know, weren't thinking about towing we were thinking about the towing capacity, right? Like the Tundra, I think it was like 9,700 pounds. GVWR of our camper that we had was like 9,000. So we were like, oh, okay, we can tow it. Didn't pay a lick of attention to payload. And yeah, so we were riding dirty for like 2 years because I didn't even realize the payload capacity on the Tundra was like 1,400 pounds. The hitch weight on my trailer was 800, and I'm 275, my daggone self. Right? So when you factored in like 3 kids, a big dog, my toolbox in the back, you know, 2 coolers, some bikes, and all this stuff, like we were probably like 500-600 pounds overweight.
True.
And once I realized that, then I got all nervous about driving like that, you know what I mean? So when we would take local trips, like my wife would drive and take the kids with her, and it would just be like me and the dog in the truck, just to kind of minimize the payload or whatever. And so we had our camper for a couple seasons. We had figured out what we liked about it, what we didn't like about it. My wife was looking at some travel trailers, and this one that she really liked had a hitch weight of like 1,100 pounds, and I was like, babe, I can't tow that with my truck. And she said the magic question that every man wants to hear, well, can't you just get a new truck?
Yes!
And I was like,
yes!
Can you speak into the microphone, please?
Let me get this on recording.
Yeah. So as soon as that, I was like, done. So, and I was shopping. I knew I wanted a diesel. I knew I wanted a 1-ton, and it came down to the F350 and the Ram 3500, and I never got to test drive the 350 because I liked the Ram so much. As soon as I drove it, I was like, this is the one. And once we upgraded the truck like that, that opened Pandora's box for expanding our search, because now it's like we can tow whatever we want. My wife was like, let's go look at fifth wheels, and I was like, I thought you wanted this travel trailer. She was like, but I want it upstairs. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah, but it's a good truck, man.
All right, so we're gonna get ready to go down a little bit too. So we're gonna check out this diesel exhaust brake. Like I said, I mean, this thing is just too strong. I mean, it's slowing it all the way down. Look at that. Here it is, exhaust brake. So we're going 50 miles an hour. So we'll accelerate one more time. Yeah, I mean, this is just crazy. And that is just insane. 850 pound-feet of torque is just, it's nothing, man. Going 80 miles an hour.
I can move my townhouse with this thing.
I know,
man.
seriously, that is crazy.
And that was the biggest thing, like I wanted the high output with the Aisin, but for my daily driver, like, where I don't tow most of the time, I was like, I don't know if I can get used to this Aisin shifting this way. So as soon as I took this out, I was like, it's the one.
No, it makes a big difference with the Aisin. I mean, I did get mine reprogrammed. I gotta do a video on that, but when you do the reprogramming, it does shift better. Yeah. But it's still rough though. I mean, you can tell that. Yeah, it's just not a transmission for daily driving without a trailer. Alright guys, so we're at the turnaround spot. We're at 8.7 mpg. We're gonna head back the other way. There's a few more grades going down this way, but we're gonna see where we end off at. I think we're gonna get about 9.5. I think that's where we're gonna be. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Cool. All right, guys, we'll see you in a second. All right, guys, so I have some bad news. I forgot to get the final number for the fuel mileage. Unfortunately, we were kind of on a time crunch, and as soon as we got back, I forgot to check it. But stay tuned. I will get Jerron back out with that beautiful rig that he has, and we can redo the numbers. But the next clip I'm going to show you guys is of the truck doing a launch from zero. So that should be a good idea to give you a basis point for the performance. Enjoy.
Southern States is that good. It's like, I feel rejuvenated.
I feel like some higher qualities inside of me. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I got Jerron over here. Be sure to check him out. This is his company,
Magny Payments. We do credit card processing for all types of businesses, but we really specialize in card not present transactions for contractors. So home improvement, home services companies. We do a lot of e-commerce and business to business, stuff like that.
Awesome.
So check us out, magny.biz.
Yeah. Thank you guys. See you in the next video.
Deuces.